Hi lovelies, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I am especially excited today and I will share with you the reason for that, but let me introduce myself. So my name is Joyce. For those who don't know who I am and who are seeing this video for the first time, my name is Joyce and I'm a physician associate in the UK and I work in general practice. And on this channel we talk about all things health, all things wellness, mental health, physical health, a few things that I come across in general practice, and a little bit about being a physician associate. So if any of these things interest you, then please stick to this channel. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, and make sure you like this video. So I have in the last few days reached a ripe old age. Guess what that age is in the comment section. So I've gained an extra decade in age. So my age now ends with a 0. So make sure you can guess what that is, try and work out what that could be, and please let me know in the comment section. I'm quite curious to know what you think. So I am obviously especially excited. Okay, so I am thankful to God for life and just in a very much reflective sort of mood and just going through the past decade of my life and thinking about what things I can improve when it comes to the next decade of my life. So in thinking about that, I thought, let me talk to you about some life lessons from my 30s. There's a clue there in the edge, isn't it? So I'm going to talk to you about a few life lessons, things that I have learnt. Especially these lessons are very much in keeping with my health, my wellness, and certainly my mental health. Number one is prioritizing rest and recovery. Okay, so as we get older, as we all do, it's very important, certainly at a certain age, it's very important to have enough rest. So make sure you sleep well. You might have managed to go through the day with only 5 hours sleep in your teenage years. That's not going to cut it when you are a certain age. So make sure you prioritize sleep. So for those who maybe drink, I don't drink, but if you drink, you would find also that whereas in the past you could just, have a night out, have a drink, and you'll be fine the next morning, you will find as you get older, that's not exactly how it works out. Okay, it takes you longer to recover naturally. Number 2, emphasizing mobility and flexibility. Very, very important. I've noted, certainly this is something that I will even take more seriously in this upcoming decade that I'm going to go through in terms of my age. So I've noted that as you get older, you'd most certainly, if you are not being intentional with staying healthy and doing some stretching exercises, making sure that you are just intentional in the sort of workouts that you do, at a certain age you will realize that you would then start having some stiffness, some aches, some pains as well. So I have learned to make sure I look after myself in the sense of also just doing some gentle stretches, making sure I'm just keeping more flexible, more agile, so that I can be able to play with my kids, because my kids are still younger, they're still playing, so I need to be able to do that. Number 3, the other thing I've also noticed as you get older, as I have got older, nutrition and having a balanced diet has become even more critical than what it was when I was younger. right? So when you're younger, your metabolism is very fast. You can burn anything, you're fine, you can still keep trim and well. But as you get older, your metabolism does become more sluggish. So you need to be very aware of what you're eating, making sure that you are intentional with having a balanced diet. I don't really support having like dieting, if I should call it. I would support more of just having a more well-balanced meal, a more well-balanced diet. I don't support, cutting out any nutrients. I don't support any cutting out of any specific food groups. I don't think that's necessary, but certainly being more aware and just trying to be more mindful of what you're eating. So you will find that, I have found that certainly when you get older, you will find that eating stuff that is brown, for example, instead of eating white potatoes, eating sweet potatoes, or instead of eating everything, certainly eating whole foods does help with just keeping yourself trim, as well as other things as well. Number 4, strength training. Oh my lord, this is very, very, very important, especially for us ladies, because as we head towards the menopause, what menopause does, it does so many things to us, but certainly bone thinning, osteoporosis, osteopenia is very much something that then happens during the menopause. So making sure that you incorporate strength training in your workouts is very key, so that you can keep those bones strong, because you will need them strong. That's why you would, if you work in the medical field like I do, you would notice that women, older ladies, then start having fractures. They'll start having hip fractures and things like that because their bones are thinner. So I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to make sure that you incorporate strength training so that you keep those bones as strong as you can. Okay, and also, as an added thing as well, make sure you take calcium supplements and make sure you take vitamin D, because that will support your bone health as well. Number 5 is mental health is just as important as your physical health. Right, again, I cannot emphasize this one enough. Mental health is very key as you get older. As I have got older, I have noticed that I am not really about the drama. You get to a point in life where situations that trigger you are not really necessary. So I personally stay away from triggers. I want to look after my mental health as much as possible. So you will not find me in situations where there's a lot of bickering, there's a lot of gossiping. I'm not about that life. Okay, so that is my perspective. The reason for that is I need to look after my mental health, and I have found as I got older, I'm even more protective of my mental health. Okay, because that's now just a priority for me, So certainly that is another lesson that I have learned. Certainly as I've got to the end of the last decade that I've been, I have definitely noted that I just can't, I don't have the energy for it. I can't do it. Okay, number 6. I've noted also in the last decade, and certainly towards the end, that I need to listen to my body a little bit more. Okay, so what I mean by that is, again, it actually ties in with what I said earlier, that recovery takes longer. Okay, so I need to listen to my body more. And I've also noticed that when you do that and you do things like, for example, if you are doing a workout, right, maybe it's a HIIT workout, right, and you can't keep up, maybe you are at the beginning of your workout journey, health journey, whatever. So I would advise going through the easier option, which most YouTube videos and instructors would always give you the easier option as well. I would start with that and build it up, because you don't want to go crazy and hurt something and break something. Okay, so very important that you make sure that you listen to your body and work with it rather than working against it. So number 7, as you get older, you notice well that you do need more regular health screenings. So in the UK, when you reach the age that I have reached, you will also know that they would invite you for a health screening. The reason being, they want to make sure that they check your blood pressure, they check your cholesterol and things like that, because as you get older, you are more likely to have diagnoses of chronic conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, hyperlipidemia, and all those other things. Naturally, especially if you are someone who has certain vices like smoking, drinking, that definitely increases your risks of those health conditions. So make sure you attend those health screenings. Don't ignore the messages when you get those from your health practitioner. Make sure that you go and see them and get yourself checked. Very important. Dare I say it, also as you get older, that's when you are likely to have diagnosis of cancers as well. So for all those reasons I've mentioned, please make sure you are having regular health screenings. Number 8, hydration. Hydration is very important, okay? I did mention about the fact that your metabolism slows down as you get older. So staying hydrated helps with your metabolism. It also helps prevent having constipation, because that's the other thing that some people might notice, that they will start having constipation as well, and their gut health may change as you get older. So please stay hydrated. I can't emphasize enough. There are so many reasons why you need to stay hydrated, most certainly as you get older. Number 9, hormonal changes. So as you get older, certainly with us females, I'm not saying men, it doesn't happen as well. Men, there are other things that happen with men. I think I did some videos with regards to those things, so I can actually post on there. But very important to understand that there will be hormonal changes as you get older. For example, for females in the UK, menopause would happen on average, this is an average, 50, give or take 2 years. So between 48 and 52, that's when it happens, starts for most women. So this is a result, this is hormonal changes going on. You might also notice that some people might also have other diagnoses which are related to changes in hormones. So it's very important to be aware of hormonal changes and adjust your lifestyle to encompass that, also to improve on your health as far as that is concerned. It might mean also taking some supplements to make sure that you address that, okay? But you won't know some of these things unless if you attend your health screening, which I spoke about earlier. So please make sure you get all that stuff checked. Number 10, mindful eating over dieting. I did touch on this earlier in this video. Very important that you are not going on a diet, but instead be more mindful about what you put on a plate, making sure your plate is balanced. Make sure that you're not filling your plate with carbohydrates and no vegetables, those kinds of things. So making sure that you are definitely more intentional with having a more balanced diet. I can't emphasize enough how fruits and vegetables are very important and just generally healthier for all of us, okay? If you have some food aversions, some food intolerances, then obviously exclude those things, but make sure that you are having a more balanced diet. Number 12, one thing I have learnt as well as I've headed towards, this age that I am is certainly having more quality friendships, quality relations rather than quantity. So quality relationships rather than quantity. So my circle has certainly become smaller, right? And that's not because I can't make friends, that's not because, you know, I can't, but I have found as I've got older that it's more important to me to have less friends who are high quality as opposed to just being friends with everyone. Maybe it's also to do with my own personality anyway, but certainly I have found as I've got older that it's not about being popular, but it's about having those meaningful relationships. So that's my 12 life lessons, my 12 healthy life lessons that I have learned in the previous decade, and I am certainly going to carry those through in the next decade. So thank you for joining me today, and please share what you have learned at the age that you're at now compared to maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I would like to hear some of your comments because I'm always intrigued about whether there is a certain age that we all get to at different times where we realize that some of these things that maybe mattered before don't matter anymore now. So please share with me what your thoughts are. Otherwise, I will catch you on another video. It's been great having this chat with you. This is more of a laid-back chat, which is what I wanted this video to be, because I am just feeling rather especially excited and just blessed and just grateful, and yeah, I thought I should share some of these healthy life goals that I have learnt, and I see what your reaction is. Otherwise, I will catch you on another video. Please do subscribe, like and share, because it certainly helps this content to reach the right audience. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye bye.